Hey, I'm Matt, and I'm your fantasy maestro. And today I'm here to give you a little advice. The advice is this: hit on 3 of 5 of your first 5 picks. All right, don't be unrealistic. Okay, don't think you're gonna hit on all 5 of them, because you're probably not. You hit on 3 of 5, you're doing better than the industry did last year. The industry last year, in an ESPN mock draft that I looked up, where the experts picked, okay, the so-called experts, the same ones you read all their information right now, they only got 24 of the 60 picks. All right, that's 40% clip where they actually hit, meaning like, they went up at least to their projection, or they at least, or they went above their projection. Okay, 24 of the 60. All right, 40%. And it went way down as you went further down the draft. All right, like the last 2 rounds, it was only 24%. All right, so 6 out of 24 picks, and those were in the 5th round, and those were the quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. All right, not Luke Jackson, the old Oregon Duck shooting guard. Anyway, but my point is that do not worry about not hitting on picks in the first 5 rounds. What it kind of told me is when you're in round, like, especially like 3, 4, 4, 5, and the experts will tell you to do this later in the draft, but I think you go for kind of like big hitters at that point. I think you go for guys, sleepers. I think you surprise your draft mates by getting a guy in those rounds, because I mean, like, round 3 last year was like 2 of 12 hit, or 3 of 12 hit, and then round 4 was 2 of 12. Okay, so that is my point, is do not worry about hitting on all 5 of those picks, because you're probably not, and take some diamonds in the rough with those, 4th and 5th round draft choices, unless you plan on getting like a quarterback there to be the safe pick. All right, but do not worry about hitting on all those early picks, because it's just not going to happen. Your draft will be won later in rounds and through free agency later on. All right, good luck.